It was 8:45 p.m. in a bustling Delhi supermarket, the end of a long day. For Meera, a 22-year-old cashier, it meant hours of standing, scanning and smiling. Her legs ached, her eyes were heavy, but her spirit was fueled by a single, powerful dream to pay her younger brother's school fees. Every beep of the scanner was a step closer to that goal. Amidst the evening rush, a man in torn, weathered clothes approached her counter. He looked tired, nervous, placing a small packet of rice and a pack of biscuits before her. "Sir, that will be 312 rupees, Meera said softly, her voice gentle despite her fatigue. The man fumbled in his pocket, his face etched with worry. He pulled out a crumpled handful of notes and coins. 250 rupees. His shoulders slumped. I'll return the biscuits," he whispered, his eyes fixed on the floor, avoiding her gaze. He started to push them back. Meera paused. She looked at his worn-out face, at the simple meal he was trying to buy. In that moment, it wasn't about the 62 rupee difference. It was about something more. Without a second thought, she discreetly pulled the money from her own apron pocket, the one she kept for emergencies, and added it to the till. "Keep the biscuits, uncle," she said with a warm smile. "You'll need them for your journey." The man looked up, his eyes suddenly glistening. A wave of emotion washed over his face. He wasn't just surprised, he was seen. "Thank you, child," he said, his voice trembling slightly. "Not for the money, but for seeing me." He took his small bag of groceries and walked away, leaving Meera with a feeling that warmed her more than any amount of money could. But her act of kindness did not go unnoticed. From his office overlooking the checkout aisles, the store manager, Mr. Rowan, had seen the entire exchange on the security cameras. He stormed out, his face a mask of disapproval. "Meera, what do you think you're doing?" he boomed, his voice echoing across the now quiet checkout area. "You can't pay for customers from your own pocket. That is against company policy." The few remaining customers turned to stare. Meera felt her cheeks flush with embarrassment. Rowan thrust a warning letter and a pen at her. "Sign this. Any more violations and you're out." Humiliated, she signed the paper, her hand shaking. The manager snatched it back and stomped away. That night, the long walk home was heavy with silence. The city lights seemed to mock her. Maybe kindness really has no place in this world, she thought, a single tear tracing a path down her cheek. Maybe rules are all that matter. The next morning, Meera was back at her counter, trying to push the previous night's events out of her mind. The store was just opening when a familiar figure appeared. It was the old man from yesterday. Before Meera could even say hello, he placed a small, folded piece of paper on her counter, gave her a brief, meaningful look, and then quickly walked out of the store. Confused, Meera picked it up. It looked like a receipt, but as she unfolded it, she realized it was a note. The handwriting was elegant, precise. It read, "Dear Meera, you reminded me what humanity looks like. Your small act of compassion was a light in the darkness. I will meet you again soon. Ah." Meera stared at the note, her heart pounding. Ah? Who was Ah? She looked at the door, but the man was long gone. The note felt both like a mystery and a strange comfort. All day, she couldn't stop thinking about it. What did it mean? Who was this man who spoke of humanity and signed with a single initial? The afternoon brought the answer in a way no one could have predicted. A sleek, black luxury car, the kind you only see in movies, pulled up right in front of the supermarket's main entrance. The entire store seemed to freeze. A chauffeur opened the back door, and out stepped the old man from yesterday. But he was transformed. The torn clothes were gone, replaced by an impeccably tailored suit. He stood tall, exuding an air of quiet authority. The store owner, who was rarely seen on the floor, rushed out to greet him, his face a mixture of shock and reverence. "Sir, Mer.R.A.J.A.N. Meta, what an unexpected honor. Please, come in. But Mr. Meta simply smiled, his gaze sweeping past the fawning owner, past the stunned employees, and landing directly on Meera's counter. He walked straight towards her, his steps confident and purposeful. The entire supermarket was silent, watching this incredible scene unfold. He stopped in front of her. "You gave 60 rupees yesterday," he said, his voice clear and kind. "A small amount of money, but a priceless amount of heart. Today, I want to give you something more valuable in return, an opportunity." He handed her a pristine, cream-colored envelope. With trembling fingers, Mira opened it. Inside were 2 documents. The first was a scholarship certificate, offering to cover her younger brother's entire school and college education. The second was a letter on official company letterhead, promoting her to the position of customer relations officer for the entire supermarket chain, effective immediately. Later that day, the supermarket was swarmed with reporters and cameras. A press conference had been called. Rajan Mehta, the reclusive billionaire owner of the Mehta Group, stood at a podium. "Yesterday," he began, his voice resonating with conviction, "I entered my own supermarket disguised as a person in need. I wanted to see my company not from the boardroom, but from the ground. Many employees were efficient. Some were polite, but most ignored me, looking right through me. They saw a beggar, a problem, a liability." He paused and looked towards Mira, who was standing at the side, her eyes wide with disbelief. Only one person, this young woman. Mira saw a human being. In a place ruled by profits and policies, she chose humanity. If one small act, one simple moment of kindness, can awaken our better selves, imagine what a world full of Miras could achieve. A reporter then turned to Mira. "What do you have to say?" Blinking back tears of gratitude, she found her voice. "Kindness isn't weakness," she said, her words clear and strong. "It's silent courage, and sometimes it's the only rule worth breaking." Mira didn't just give away 62 rupees that night. She gave respect. She gave dignity. She affirmed another person's worth when no one else would. And that incredible gift came back to her, multiplied in ways she could have never imagined. It's a powerful reminder. What you give freely with an open heart always finds its way back to you. Because while rules build a system, it is humanity that builds a world. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that celebrates the best in all of us. See you next time.